Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play SimCity with me, Xpix. So there's a couple of things that we have to do here. The first one is get our recycling in check, I think, because we have like 8,000 recycling cans that aren't being collected. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the recycling center, but I'm going to plan it out a little bit because it needs to go somewhere. It needs to have good access, and it needs to not be too close to Right there means I can only have, what, 2 expansion slots? Right there. Guess I could put the trade depot right here. This is gonna make the commercial beside it really unhappy. But it's not gonna lock off any of the expansions to the university, which is sort of the next thing on my list. So I did, as you guys saw, I did open up the train station that's here, and my ridership has been steadily increasing. You can see all of these people are trying to ride the train. To get to the Dirty Burger to work, I would assume. So you can see the train travel between these two cities is actually pretty substantial now. And then let's check for abandoned buildings. A couple of them. Alright, now still a ruckus amounts of unemployment and unsatisfied shoppers. However, we are finally receiving some freight, which is good. It's not enough, hey. Do I want to get rid of the Washington Monument so I can borrow more money? What's my general taxation at? 10%, hey? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, even though I said I was going to do something else, is I do need to get recycling handled. Having my water this close to the dump is probably actually a really bad idea. Doesn't seem to be polluting the ground so much. Some people have been asking me about like aquifers running out, and there's a tip that I can show you to solve that. That's probably from Sewage. Okay, these are closed. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a park and ride station right at the entrance of the city. See if we can't calm down some of the traffic with just by doing that. Just some of the like traffic that's coming straight into the city. The hope is that this will give people like an immediate place to park, and hopefully alleviate some of this main avenue traffic. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm hoping it will. I think the large-scale bus terminal also works as a what'd you call that thing? As a park and ride. So I'm not sure if it's necessary, but we'll take a look and see if that works out. I do have a streetcar stop right there, which I might actually end up adding another stop right at the end here. See if people use the park and ride station or the streetcar station there. I'm not sure. I will have to add more streetcars eventually, but for now, the really big problem we're having is with garbage piling up. And I need money to deal with that. I think we're handling our municipal garbage just fine. I think it's just a matter of, like, the recycling is really bad. How many recycling buildings are we getting from our recycling buildings, recycling vehicles are we getting from Sunnyvale? Not enough, because the traffic is bad, so they're not making it into the city. That's the one downside of, like, of using the region. One of the reasons why I felt like it's been the region has been less effective than I would like. So we're sending 10 trucks to do our recycling, and not a single one is making it, hey? And 10 garbage trucks. Well, yeah, I don't want to change that just yet. As you can see, Dartmouth is still inaccessible. If I could just delete it and start over, I would, but there's no delete function in this game, which is actually just frustrating. I think there's no delete function because they didn't want to have to, like, they were kind of lazy and they didn't want to have to deal with people. Oh, there are recycling trucks here. They're just not picking up the recycling, or they're just full? Oh, they're full. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, we have a lot of garbage still up. But I guess they're making it here. They're just not going to the buildings that really need it. For some reason. Yeah, garbage is a real problem. Not garbage, but recycling is a real problem. So I think what I'm going to do to try and handle that is I'm going to see if we can get the Dirty Burger to cover it. That way I can focus on the transportation in the Dirty Burger and not have to like have transportation depots and stuff like that in the Slick Pin. We'll see if that works. I'm skeptical, but I don't mind spending the money if that's what I have to do. We have an alien invasion in this city, so hopefully they'll just leave me alone and go away. We've got lots of coal. Do I need another storage lot? Maybe I'll just sell it internationally. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna sell this coal internationally, because it's essentially the price is almost exactly the same. And the problem with our other city is the coal trucks are not able to show up because traffic is bad. So if you look here, we're still having like a ton of people commuting in, which is really, really good. That's exactly what I want. And we're still making a ton of freight, which is really good. And the goal now is to get a recycling center up and running. Do I feel like I'm gonna be... Yeah, you know what, that's fine. Just like that. Garbage seems good. Power seems good. Yeah, well, people can protest the high rent all they want. Set industrial taxes to 10%. Seems fine. We exported all the coal we've provided, it looks like, so that's all good. I'm gonna build one more delivery truck because this will eventually start to actually pack in and build up. Train ridership is still fairly low, but I'm not sure that that tracks incoming visitors, only outgoing. I'm not 100% sure about that. So right now we'll pool a bit of money. Some medium density factories moving in. I have basically an unlimited amount of industrial demand, and I think eventually that I'm going to try to make all of this industrial high tech. But for now, everything seems to be going well. Let's see here, specialization, mining. That's the coal mine, right? Yeah, we got that mined out. Something to think about as well. Mining that ore. My goal obviously is to reach the 72,000 in global exports. The recycling center will help with that. One of my subscribers made a suggestion. It's a really good suggestion. It's one of the things I'm gonna use. Help alleviate some of the garbage problems of Derpyvale or Slickpin over there. Seems like the industrial that I build is just continually growing as well, so it doesn't seem like that tapering off is going to be very much of an issue right now. Traffic isn't too bad either, even though we have a lot of people commuting. I hope most of them are using mass transit. I think they are. I think eventually I will have to actually build some people here, but for now, commuting works well. Every once in a while, you'll see a green simoleon, and that's me selling coal. Our freight yards are filling up pretty good too. This rank, I built this last night in my own region. The trade port actually is really effective at storing large amounts. I may have to build another freight yard if these guys stay full. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Make sure the traffic can flow. Oh, they're going here. I see lots of trucks. Oh, this guy's leaving? Interesting. But I very rarely see them going out, which I can't say I understand, but it probably happens. Lots of buses too. I'm actually fairly happy with how this city's doing. Even though there's a bunch of abandonment. That's bound to happen in a city you build like this, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Sewage, no problem. Water, no problem. Power, we're generating our own. So we want a recycling center, and I want it accessing the main avenue. No, I don't want it there. I don't think, anyway. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's too far away from the exit of the city. Do. empty zone. Let's take a look here. I hate the long leg of this thing. Makes me a little grumpy that it's there. But I think I can shoehorn it in. Yeah, there you go. Alright. So, recycling center truck. Now we want alloy, right? Okay, how many loans do we have? Coal, garbage service. Oh, we have 2 loans. Oh, would you look at that? I didn't know we had 2 loans in the city. Yeah, you guys can pay a whole bunch more taxes. I'm fine with that. No, I'm not going to borrow it. I'll just wait. Clothes needs workers. Yeah, well, that's pretty consistent problem that everybody's having. So we have medicine. We don't have fire. We don't have police. Hey. Coal mine is doing pretty well. All our coal's being sold. I had a problem in my personal region where the coal wasn't being traded, which sucked a lot. This terminal's still kind of weak sauce. Yeah, there is a worker shortage. Maybe time I have to start building some houses here, places for people to live. My initial impression or idea was to fill the center of the diamond. I built that really stupidly with residential. We're gonna have to build a little bit of residential here. You guys get to live right behind the coal mine. Get up, get up. Nice your house will be. Right behind the coal mine. There we go. The goal isn't to build so many workers that workers no longer commute. The goal is just to alleviate some of the jobless buildings by making them slightly happier. The game works. The game works on a, like, if you look at the happiness levels. Let's see if I can find that right here. Population, land value, building density. The way that how to explain that? The more profitable the industry is, the more likely it is to grow. And so the more profitable the industry is, the more likely it is to stay and be happy. One of the problems is with this is they don't have enough workers, which is why you see all of these workerless widgets popping up. And you can look at the happiness map. As long as you have yellow and above happiness, they won't move out and abandon. It's only the red happiness, at the point where you get into the orange and red happiness, that the buildings will start to abandon and move out. So if you can keep the buildings happiness up there, then you don't actually have to worry too much about providing them with everything that they need. It's kind of weird. Definitely not like the best in terms of like the raw simulation. A lot of people have been saying, you know, that this proves that this game isn't, you know, doesn't have any real simulation to it or whatever, but it's still a video game, right? Like, obviously it's not perfect. So we'll build up. I'll probably have a little residential core. The idea is just to get all of this, just keep it in this range here, in the 50% or above range. Get rid of all that red. Power supply will not run out. We have our own power. Here we go. All right. Now we can start working on our recycling center. The main thing right now I just want like to increase the volume of trucks that I can send. So I want to be able to send, I'm actually going to end up sending all of them to there. And actually I want more than that, so we'll save up, or we'll just, can we just plop them down? Yeah, we can just plop them down. No, that's a really stupid idea, Ryan. Don't build that there. And this factory is going to produce mostly alloys, I think. And I'll leave. Let's take a look here. I'm going to leave 2 recycling trucks driving around the Dirty Burger. And I'm going to build another trade depot once I get this. I'm probably going to remove that plastic one and have 2 alloy generators and 1 metal generator. The 2 alloys with the coal I think will give us enough exportation that we will be able to unlock the larger trade port, which will allow us to ship things by rail, as well as having more trucks, more delivery trucks, which I'm hoping more delivery trucks will allow us more. As you can see, the amount of visitors we have here is really skyrocketing, and that's because people are commuting into work. The more, what was I saying? Something about the more, why can't I think? Sorry, the more freight trucks we have hopefully will mean the more delivery, or the more delivery trucks we have hopefully will mean the more we can actually get stuff into the region here. And as you can see, traffic is still pretty good here, mainly because I think of the buses and rails, and also because I think we're not at that point yet with traffic balloons. There's a point in this game where traffic balloons, and I'm gonna be working in the next couple of episodes to try to see if I can't solve that. First thing I have to do is I have to get the recycling depot up and running, which includes having the right amount of these lines and everything working. So that's what we're doing in this episode, basically. And I'll probably have to do a little bit more in the next episode as well, because we need a transport station to handle the alloys and the metal that we recycle. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you join me next time when we play more SimCity. I hope you guys have been enjoying liking the release format. I'm gonna stick to 2 episodes a day. Every day, 7 days a week, so you'll have something to look forward to every time you come home from work, if that's your particular type of brandy, and you know, we'll be able to get some work done on our region that way, because it essentially means I'll be releasing 14 videos a week, which will mean by the end of the week we'll have some pretty substantial growth on our region. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you join me next time.